Have you ever wondered if your dog had to choose between you and a total stranger, right here, right now, who would they run to? It's a question that sounds silly at first. Of course they'd choose you, right? You've fed them, walked them, loved them through their happiest and hardest days. You're their whole world. But then you see those viral videos, the ones where a dog is called by their owner and a stranger at the same time. And your heart drops a little when the dog runs, not to the person who raised them, but to the stranger holding a treat. And suddenly, that little question hits differently. Do they love me less than I thought? Before you let that thought hurt too much, stop. Because the truth behind your dog's loyalty is far deeper than just who gives them food or belly rubs. There's science, there's emotion. And there are quiet, powerful moments that happen when no one's watching that prove where your dog's heart really lies. In this video, we're going to reveal the surprising truth about how dogs choose their favorite person and how you can make sure their bond with you becomes unbreakable. Because when it comes to love, your dog is paying attention to something more than treats. They're watching your heart. And that brings us to a test. One that quietly shook the internet and left thousands of dog owners questioning everything. It started as a simple challenge. Place your dog at a distance, then stand on one side while a friendly stranger, with a toy or treat, stands on the other. Both of you call the dog at the same time. Who will they choose? The results? Not always what people expected. In video after video, loyal owners stood with hopeful smiles, only to watch their beloved dogs bolt into the arms of someone they'd never met before. Some laughed, some looked genuinely heartbroken. Comments flooded in, ranging from "dogs just want food" to "wow, I guess I'm not their favorite after all." But here's the truth. These moments don't tell the whole story. They show a reaction, yes, but not the relationship. What's happening in those few seconds is instinct, impulse, and conditioning. It's not a reflection of all the quiet nights you spent comforting them through storms. Not the early mornings when you held their leash with half-open eyes. And certainly not the way their heartbeat calms when they curl up beside you at the end of a long day. Dogs are incredibly responsive to positive reinforcement. A cheerful tone of voice, a tempting treat, or an exciting toy can create a burst of interest that overrides everything for just a moment. It doesn't mean they've forgotten you. It doesn't mean they don't love you. In fact, this test says more about our misunderstanding of dog psychology than it does about our dog's feelings. Because love, for a dog, isn't proven in a single test. It's built over time, in trust, consistency, and shared emotional rhythms. And while treats are exciting, nothing matches the quiet loyalty of a dog who waits for you by the door each evening or lays their head on your chest when you're sad. So before you doubt their heart, pause. Because the bond between you and your dog isn't measured by how fast they run to you, it's in how deeply they feel safe when they're by your side. So if a dog's love can't be measured by a split-second choice, how do they actually decide who matters most? The answer lies deep within your dog's brain, literally. Studies using MRI scans have shown that dogs recognize and respond to their owner's scent more strongly than to any other smell. When researchers let dogs sniff a variety of scents, including familiar people, strangers, and other dogs, one scent lit up the brain's reward center every time. They're humans. Not the person who fed them that day, not the one with the loudest voice, but the one they trusted most, the one they emotionally connected to. It's not just scent either. Dogs are incredibly attuned to human emotion. They read your facial expressions, your tone of voice, and even subtle changes in your body language. If you're sad, anxious, or joyful, they feel it with you, sometimes even before you're fully aware of how you feel. That's because, to your dog, love is less about what you do and more about how you make them feel. Your presence, when it's calm, loving, and safe, builds a sense of emotional security that no stranger with a cookie could ever replace. It's why some dogs will press themselves against their owner's legs in a crowded room. Why they'll follow you from the kitchen to the bathroom and back again, not because they're needy, but because you're their anchor. Their whole sense of safety and connection starts with you. Want proof? There's a story of a little girl with autism who rarely spoke. Her parents got her a service dog, not expecting much, but just hoping. Within months, the dog had become her shadow. Not because the dog gave her treats or played fetch, but because he laid by her every night, quietly, gently, When she cried, he stayed. When she spoke for the first time, she said his name. That's how dogs choose who they love most. Not with their paws, with their hearts. And yours is the heartbeat they learn to follow, not just in play, but in life. But still, why does it sting so much when your dog runs to a stranger? Why does that one moment feel like betrayal, even when everything else tells you they love you? The answer lies in something called positive association, a basic but powerful principle in how dogs learn and respond. Dogs are creatures of the moment. Their brains are wired to link emotions to outcomes instantly. If a person crouches down with an excited voice, open arms, and the smell of bacon-flavored treats, that moment becomes emotionally bright in your dog's mind. It feels good. It feels rewarding. And dogs are naturally drawn to whatever feels good. It's not disloyalty, it's conditioning. Imagine someone smiling at you and handing you your favorite dessert every time you pass by. You'd probably start looking forward to seeing them too. Not because you love them more than your family, but because your brain connects them with a pleasant reward. Dogs do the same, but with more intensity and fewer filters. That's why your dog might run to a stranger at the park who's offering food or excitement, especially if that stranger is more animated or engaging than a tired, distracted owner scrolling their phone. It's not that your dog prefers them over you. It's just that in that single moment, the emotional signal from the stranger was louder. But, and this is so important, a momentary high can never replace a lifetime of safety. Your dog might enjoy the thrill of someone new, but they'll always come back to the one who made them feel seen, heard, and safe. The one who was there when they were scared. The one who knew exactly how to scratch behind their ears just right. And if you're worried that maybe you've been too busy lately or not present enough, there's good news. Dogs are the kings and queens of second chances. Every moment you choose to be more engaged, more present, more connected, you're building stronger emotional links than any treat ever could. So don't let one playful sprint toward a stranger shake your confidence. You're not just their caretaker. You're their constant. And no one, no matter how exciting, can take your place in your dog's heart unless you stop showing up in it. So how do you really know where your dog's heart lies? Sometimes, love isn't in the grand gestures. It's in the quiet moments, the glances, the little routines. Dogs speak volumes without ever saying a word. And if you know how to listen, you'll realize they've been telling you all along. You're their family. Start with the way your dog moves around you. Do they follow you from room to room, even when you're not doing anything exciting? That's not just curiosity. That's emotional attachment. In the dog world, following someone closely is a sign of trust, comfort, and yes, love. Notice where your dog chooses to rest. If they curl up beside you, press their body against your leg, or sleep with their back facing you, that's not just about staying warm. It's vulnerability. In the wild, dogs only sleep close to those they truly trust with their lives. If your dog picks your side of the bed or waits by the bathroom door, it's not neediness, it's devotion. Have you ever seen your dog quietly glance back at you when you're walking outside together? That check-in isn't random. It's your dog saying, "Are you still with me? Are we still together in this?" It's subtle, but it's one of the strongest signs that you're their anchor in an overwhelming world. And perhaps the most powerful sign of all, they come to you when they're scared. Thunderstorms, fireworks, strangers. When your dog runs to you instead of hiding, they're telling you, "You make me feel safe." That level of emotional dependence doesn't come from treats or training. It comes from love. Deep, honest love. You are not just a provider of food or walks. You're the steady rhythm in their day, the smell that calms them, the voice that eases their anxiety. To your dog, you're not just someone. They see you as home. And that's not something you can fake, not something you can buy. It's something you earn, moment by moment, with patience, presence, and love. So the next time you wonder if your dog would choose you, don't look at who they run to. Look at who they come back to. Because when it comes to the heart, dogs don't lie. They just love with everything they have. If your dog already sees you as home, then strengthening that bond is like adding bricks to a house that's already standing. But if you've had moments of doubt or feel like life's distractions have pulled you away, it's never too late to reconnect. Because dogs don't keep score. They don't hold grudges. They live in the now. And that means every moment you choose to connect with your dog is a new chance to become their favorite person all over again. So how do you do that? Start simple. Make time each day to just be present with your dog, not distracted, not multitasking, just there. Sit beside them. Let them rest their head on your knee. Feel their breathing slow when they realize they have your full attention. Next, play. Play is how dogs bond. It's how they build relationships with other dogs, and it's how they do it with you, too. Even just 10 minutes a day of tug-of-war, hide and seek, or tossing a toy builds shared joy. And shared joy becomes trust. Use your voice intentionally. Dogs don't understand every word you say, but they read your tone like poetry. Speak to them with warmth, with excitement, with kindness. Praise them not only when they obey, but when they simply choose to be near you. Let them feel loved for existing, not just for performing. Physical touch matters too, but only if it's on their terms. Learn what kind of affection your dog likes. Some love belly rubs, others prefer a soft scratch behind the ears. When you respond to their cues, you're telling them, I see you, I respect you. Routine helps as well. Feeding times, walks, bedtime, snuggles. These predictable rituals are like emotional anchors. They remind your dog that your presence is steady, your care is consistent, and their world is safe with you in it. And finally, listen to your dog. Watch how they move, what they react to, what makes them happy or scared or curious. When your dog feels understood, they feel safe. And safety, that's the foundation of love. So, yes, a stranger with a treat might steal a moment of attention. But when you build your relationship on trust, presence, and mutual understanding, there's no competition. Because your dog won't just stay by your side out of habit. They'll stay because they want to. Because you've become more than their owner. You've become their person. So, after everything, who would your dog really choose? The stranger with the treat? Or the one who stayed up all night when they were sick? The one who walks a little slower just so they can sniff the grass? The one who says their name like it's a love song? The one who's always there, even when no one else is? The truth is, dogs may chase excitement in the moment. They may get curious, distracted, even a little too enthusiastic when someone new offers them a bite of something tasty. But when the noise fades, when the world quiets down, it's your scent they search for, your voice they tune into, your presence that brings them peace. Because while treats are tasty and strangers might seem fun, those things are fleeting. What lasts is connection. It's in the way your dog watches you leave, even when you're only going to the kitchen. It's in the way they curl up next to your shoes when you're gone. It's in that little sigh of contentment they let out when they finally lay beside you at night. They don't need grand gestures. They don't compare. They don't keep a tally of who offered what. They remember how you made them feel. And if you've ever made your dog feel loved, safe, and seen, they'll choose you 1,000 times over. Even if they run to someone else first, they'll come back. Always. Because dogs don't measure loyalty in minutes. They measure it in moments. So here's a question for you. What's one small thing you could do today to remind your dog how much they mean to you? A little extra playtime? A quiet cuddle without distractions? Or maybe just a moment to sit together without rushing anywhere at all? Because the more we show up for our dogs, the more they'll keep choosing us, again and again. And if this message touched something in your heart, if you looked at your dog even once during this video and smiled, let us know in the comments. Tell us, what does your dog do that proves you're their whole world? And if you'd like more videos that bring you closer to the heart of your best friend, we'd love to have you join our community. Hit the like button, subscribe, and let's keep learning how to love our dogs the way they've always loved us. Loyal, unshakable, forever.